What comes to mind when you hear the name Iran? For many people, images related to intense political issues, stories about economic embargoes, or regional disputes come up. But what if we told you there's a completely different side to this country that the world rarely sees? A side full of nuances, human affection, ancient customs, and an extraordinarily rich cultural heritage that remains alive through the centuries with impressive energy. Iran goes far beyond cliches and prejudices. It is a nation of stunning landscapes, vibrant localities, and a generous population that, even in the face of so many obstacles, continues its journey living, hoping, creating, and smiling. Before we start, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our publications. Without further ado, let's go. For a moment, erase what you think you know about Iranian territory. Behind the often rigid representations conveyed by traditional media lies a deeply moving homeland, where cultural manifestations vibrate in every corner, where popular markets are a true sensory spectacle, full of fragrances, colors, and sounds, and where valleys and plains tell entire chapters of the history of civilizations. Iran is a land where the classic meets the contemporary, where young people seek to assert their identity, where women play an active and growing role, and where citizens demonstrate unparalleled receptivity. Get ready to see this nation with a new perception, because its true essence is infinitely richer, more charming, and deeper than any simplistic narrative can offer. The physical configuration of Iran is, by itself, an invitation to wonder. Many mistakenly believe that the country is completely arid, covered by endless dunes, but this conception is far from reality. While neighboring nations, such as Saudi Arabia, have almost all of their land covered by desert regions, Iran has only a little over a fifth of its area in this type of environment. The northern part of Iranian territory is marked by lush vegetation, with thick forest and a temperate and humid climate, especially thanks to its proximity to the Caspian Sea. The Alborz mountain ranges cross this area like a natural frame, offering ideal landscapes for hiking, contemplating nature, and moments of tranquility. In the southern portion, the landscape transforms completely. We find clear sand beaches and warm waters, particularly in the region bathed by the Persian Gulf. It is entirely possible on the same day to practice snow sports in the north and at dusk walk along the seashore under the southern sun. This geographical diversity not only enchants visitors but also determines the way of life and traditions of the local inhabitants. Iran, therefore, cannot be seen as a uniform territory but as a set of varied environments, multiple cultures, and unique realities. The population composition of Iran is equally fascinating. With a population of nearly 90 million souls, it is one of the most populous countries in the entire Middle East region. Its main metropolis, Tehran, concentrates around 15 million inhabitants, and its metropolitan area exceeds 19 million. It is a bustling, lively city with an accentuated urban rhythm and an intense coexistence between tradition and modernity. The capital's subway system is considered one of the most organized and clean on the planet, offering highly economical fares. During peak hours, there are wagons exclusively for women, promoting comfort and protection, although mixed compartments are also common and functional. Iranian urban centers present a wealth of social and cultural experiences that dispel the idea of an isolated or backward country. It is easy to find cafes full of young people immersed in intellectual discussions, modern shops, renowned academic centers, and continuous artistic programming. Another unique aspect: Iran is not an Arab nation, contrary to what many imagine. The predominantly Persian population speaks Farsi, a language belonging to the Indo-European family, which shares linguistic roots with languages like French and English. This peculiarity contributes to the formation of a distinct national identity, which acts as a living bridge between Eastern and Western cultures. In the dominant Western view, the female presence in Iran is often summarized as the idea of repression and invisibility. However, this image is far from expressing the whole truth. It is a fact that women must, according to local law, wear the Islamic veil in public places, but the way this is applied varies greatly from one city to another. In more modern urban centers, such as Tehran, many women prefer to wear brightly colored scarves, elegant and stylish clothing that highlights their individuality, while respecting legal limits. Even more relevant is the multifaceted role of women in society. They vote, attend universities, practice diverse professions such as medicine, education, arts, entrepreneurship, and even public representation positions. Practically 60% of university students in the country are women, a fact that directly challenges any outdated conception. Of course, there are still legal and cultural obstacles to overcome. For example, certain international trips may require the permission of a male guardian. In addition, prominent positions in the political and business spheres are still predominantly occupied by men. However, many Iranian women challenge these barriers daily, bravely and skillfully, paving the way. The role of women in Iran is constantly evolving, reflecting a society in transition. A peculiar practice within Iranian tradition is the so-called temporary marriage, or sigha. This limited-term union, permitted within the Shiite branch of Islam, the majority in the country, allows couples to establish commitments of a determined duration, respecting religious and moral norms. For many young people, this practice is a viable alternative to the financial difficulties of entering into permanent marriages. However, sigha is still the subject of much discussion and criticism, mainly in relation to women's rights and the social implications of children born from these temporary unions. Iran is also notable for its enormous ethnic and cultural diversity. Peoples such as Kurds, Azerbaijanis, Balochis, Turkmens, and the Qashqai, the latter with nomadic and Turkish roots, further enrich the country's landscape. Among the Qashqai, for example, there is the curious custom that, if the wife cannot have children, she herself can choose a second wife for her husband, thus ensuring the continuity of the family lineage. This tradition is interpreted not as submission, but as a gesture of collective responsibility. The Qashqai are also admired for their intricate textiles and carpets, which display the soul of Persian culture in their designs. In the heart of Iran beats a millennial heritage. The ruins of Persepolis, ancient seat of the Achaemenid Empire, remain as a testament to one of civilization's most important legacies. Walking among its columns and stone reliefs is like turning pages of a living encyclopedia. Cities like Isfahan, Shiraz, and Yazd also preserve a rare cultural splendor. Isfahan is famous for its Muslim architecture, wide squares, and historic bridges. Shiraz, birthplace of poets like Hafiz and Sadi, offers blooming gardens, libraries, and quiet corners for contemplation. The Milad Tower, one of the tallest buildings on the planet, stands out on Tehran's skyline as a symbol of current dynamism. Despite the economic obstacles imposed by international sanctions, Iran continues to advance in infrastructure. Its railway network is one of the most extensive in Asia, with high-speed trains connecting distant provinces. Roads are well maintained, and ports, such as Bandar Abbas, move tons of products and resources. The tourism sector is also expanding rapidly. Hotels, inns, eco-lodges, and family accommodations are gaining ground even in remote regions. Foreign tourists often express charm with the receptivity of Iranians, who often offer shelter, food, and help to complete strangers. Even with certain limitations in internet access, many Iranians use tools to bypass blocks and stay informed. Western influence is palpable. Sophisticated cafes, cinemas, brand-name clothing, modern musical styles, and cultural events show how the population connects with global trends. The streets are busy, festivals attract crowds, and art remains a powerful expression of national identity. Many misunderstandings surround Iran. It is not a backward nation, nor an inhospitable desert. It is not a place without female voices or isolated from the rest of the planet. It is a land where the old and the new coexist in harmony, where faith walks alongside innovation, where daily life is woven with dreams, resilience, and dignity. Looking more closely, Iran reveals not an image frozen in time, but a vibrant portrait of a people who continue, every day, to rewrite their own history. Did you know these curiosities about Iran? Share in the comments what surprised you the most. If you liked today's video, please support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to watch the video that appears on your screen now. I'm sure you'll find it fascinating. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.